Hello,
Everybody.
we're back.
Welcome to Wicked Messy.
We're here for episode 4, which is Summer House Reunion Part 3, which absolutely, as they would say on Love Island UK, mental.
Whoa, how
I'm
are you liking it?
obsessed. Oh my God, I'm absolutely obsessed. US is trash.
I,
I'm like,
okay, yes.
I'm dying when there's not a new UK episode, and then I have to resort to watching US because
It's so cringe.
oh my so the word that describes the difference to me is that US is just like ratchet.
Yeah, it is. So, guys, I'm reporting live from Washington, D.C. right now.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I've been running the streets rampant, asking people about everything reality TV, and I've gotten some hits.
I
But
love it.
yeah, so with Love Island UK, because it's like literally the blueprint, do you see now why the other networks won't take on Love Island USA?
100%.
Like, isn't it? It's horrible. It's
It's
horrible.
absolutely horrible. And just like the guys on US versus the guys on even like UK, and I've watched some of Australia as well. There's no comparison. Like these are actually like men.
Men. Yes, yes. What I was gonna say was I was actually talking to some girl from London here in DC, and she loves Love Island. And she was actually saying that I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're
Oh,
blacking out and
oh,
we're 5 minutes in, not even.
I'm literally blacking out. I'm not prepared, guys. We were supposed to record this like 3 days ago.
A lot has happened.
Water damage to my phone. Oh my God. But we're back on
Eh,
track. But what she was saying, and it's so true, in the US, all of those people are influencers. We're not getting engineers like we are in the UK. We're not getting plumbers. We're not getting vets. We're getting influencers in the US. I don't want to see that. I want more authenticity. Like it
yeah,
gets hard to watch. Although, what are your thoughts on Kenzie from US?
I love her.
I do too.
I love her. You know who she reminds me? She reminds me of why am I blanking on her name on the UK one? She kinda reminds me of maybe Ellie a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I feel like their personalities are kinda similar, but she's just so bubbly, and I don't know who she's gonna end up with. I feel like she falls hard and then, like, just gets so hurt,
I
and
hope
I
she
don't
gets
know.
her cowboy.
Yeah, I
'Cause
do
the
too.
guy she's with now, Corbin, I forget if that's his name. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're just clearly he seems nice, but he's clearly using her to be on the show.
Yeah, I can't get a sense. And then, like,
There's
when him and Melanie were talking in one of the, like, hideaways or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, I definitely peep you, but, like, I make sure not to actually, like, stay looking at you," and, like, I just feel like he's, like, an
yes,
undercover fuckboy, 100%.
he is. I
Yeah,
yeah. So,
and he's doing it for the show. But, yeah, literally wild. It's actually hard for me, though, to keep up with UK and US because 'cause I'm like, there are so many similarities in some of the people on it, so I'm like, "Wait, who's who? Who's on what? What?"
I know
So,
it
like, I
blew
need
my
to chill
mind.
on that. It's a lot.
It blew my mind. I didn't
Mm,
even know UK was coming out. Anyways, I
I
digress.
know. I
So,
think Australia is coming soon too, I think. I
I
don't know.
hope
I could be
so.
lying. I
There's
hope so.
there's so much better. Like, that's like the best
Australia is really good. Like,
that's what
they're
I'm saying.
funny as fuck. Like, the shit they say. I'm watching the last season with the swimmer,
Yes.
Olympic swimmer. Yeah, wild. And the girl that, like, owns her own salon and everything. Like,
Mm.
again, just so well put together, entrepreneurs, like, no bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah.
wild. So I did today for our episode want to go back to remember I tried to start that little thing of, like, word of the episode?
Okay. Yep.
And what I formulated for this part 3 of Summer House Reunion was bullshit. That was the word of the episode because
That
it's
is
like,
definitely the word of the episode,
fuck.
or the whole season at this point.
My god, I know. So where should we start? I
Well,
mean,
okay, so first of all, big day for beta blockers.
oh my
Andy really
god.
got the word out about that. Like, what
Oh,
is
Andy's killing me. Yeah, he's just putting out lies and just false information, and I'm
well,
like,
well, yeah,
"Andy, I'm
we'll
gonna kill you."
get to the beta blockers, but I'm like, "Guys, that's not I don't think that's what those do to you."
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
100% no.
we'll get to that, but,
Yeah,
okay, so I'd like to start with Bailey and Amanda when they have a
okay.
moment. Okay.
Yes, which
Okay,
I'm shocked by.
so we start the reunion by everyone is still in their dressing rooms from reunion part 2. and they're
Right.
slowly coming out. So I don't know how organic this was, but everyone is still in their dressing rooms. Bailey comes out. She returns to set first, I'd say. And then
Mhm.
Amanda also trickles in
Yep.
and they kind of sit down for a quick sidebar. Bailey says, I do not trust him at all. Amanda's words were, that's okay. Maybe this will be a huge mistake and I'll wake up one day and realize it.
First off, did you pick up on that? And I thought this was so disrespectful, and I've said this a couple times now throughout this reunion that that entire time, she did not make eye contact with Bailey at all, and from my perspective, that's so fucked up because that is the only person other than Kyle now who's trying to be nice to you, and you can't look her in the eyes? Like, what are we doing?
Really, her eyes weren't even open. She couldn't
Oh
look at
my
anybody.
god.
Like, literally, she was I do have to say something now. She is getting torn apart on the internet, like, with all of the memes of, like, how her face looked. Like, that's
I
gonna
know.
follow her forever, and I actually like, I feel bad because that's of course she took something. Of course she did. Who wouldn't, right?
But
Like,
but
that's
that's the thing. How can you feel that bad if you consciously
you know,
made that choice to take something when you know the other people on the stage are not gonna be taking something, so you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb?
well, I think had she, like whatever the alleged thing that she took was, it was too much of whatever it was.
A little too strong for, like, a 110-pound girl.
Yeah, it was a little too strong, but yeah, I did see that. But what I wanted to say about this whole, like, Bailey Amanda thing, if you remember, Bailey was introduced on Summer House as Amanda's friend, and I know that
True.
they have to, like, make up these cast connections to, like, make everything fit, but, like, everyone knows that it's usually not real, like, these people aren't usually friends, but this is actually the first time that I'm starting to say, did they actually, like, were they friendly before Summer House? Like, who in their right mind would go up to Amanda during the reunion and talk to her about any of this unless you certainly not based on what we saw this season. I don't think I saw them interact at all this season, Amanda and Bailey.
Not at all, no.
Who in their right mind would go up and, like, do that unless you actually have some kind of friendship? Bailey even said, I almost went up and ran after her. You did, Bailey?
Or she wanted more airtime. Maybe she was being strategic, or maybe she just doesn't wanna burn bridges, and, like, yeah, if she's the one that Amanda brought her onto the show, maybe she's like, "Okay, maybe I should try and be nice." I don't know. Could
Mhm.
be several different angles. Bailey is a smart girl, I will say that. So and
She's
she's
also a
hardworking, so
nice girl. She's also I'm wondering if it's
she is.
actual empathy, which I can get. It's hard to watch. Even with all that Amanda did, it's hard to watch.
In real time right now, I just recently saw on Instagram that they filmed something with like Carl, Kyle, and like a few of the cast members or whatever. But one of the clips that they showed was Bailey and Carl walking down a hallway holding hands. And I was like, what is going on? Like they're still trying to play off this, but it's clearly not a thing.
What? I saw someone else holding hands in a video clip. Do you know
Uh,
what I'm about to say? It happened
no.
last night, and I was too tired to send it to you. Wes was at, like, some game last night or something,
Oh, yes.
and he was with a group of people. There's a video, which I don't find this one to be incriminating, so I don't know. The whole post was Wes Wilson gets caught at a bar with a girl and gets angry when he sees he's being filmed.
Yes, yes. I think this was a couple nights ago, actually.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was. I just saw
Yeah.
it though, and it seemed fresh. Not that I know anything about sports, but whatever that last game was is when this happened. So, and then, so it's him in the bar, and there's nothing incriminating. But then it shows him after, and he's holding hands with some girl walking out.
It's interesting 'cause she actually does look kinda similar to Amanda from the back, like her build and everything, so it's
Agreed.
like he clearly has a type, but like, dude, what are you doing?
Agreed. But that's my thing too. I'm like, was it Amanda? There's no proof that it's not, but like, I don't think Amanda would be caught dead wearing that though.
No,
That
no,
that girl was
no.
wearing. So
No, that was like a sports type girl, I think. It seemed like what she was wearing, like
Yeah, that also seems to be his thing. All right, so let's talk about Lindsay and Carl really
oh
quick
my god.
because now they're slowly getting back to the stage, and Carl
Yep.
says she's unbelievable and fun to watch. So they all settle like into their seats, and this made me die when Lindsay was like looking at Carl and Jesse who are sitting right next to each other, and she's like, "I'm confused. You're both 6'5", but one of you is all slumpy."
And she's like, "Jesse, I think your legs are longer." And then Carl, "I think your torso is longer." It's like, why are we using airtime for this though? Really?
Like, guys, I have a feeling it has nothing to do with the torso build. I think that Jesse is falling apart and crumbling at the seams, and his posture is severely stricken. Like, it's not doing good. I think that has more
No,
to do with it.
he was crumbling
He
100%
was
like a
crumbling.
cookie. Yeah.
Oh my god. I was, like, trying to think of funny things to post after we post this episode because there's so many, like, memeable things with Jesse's face crying.
I
So we'll
know.
see.
Poor Jesse.
I do feel bad. I do feel bad. We'll get to him, though. He'll have his
Yeah.
time in the sun.
But Lindsay was activated. Like she was progressively getting more and more activated. I think like part 2, the wine was wearing off. And
Yes.
then by part 3, she starts drinking a little bit more and like
In
she's
that
activated.
dressing room, whatever she did in the dressing room, she had because even, like, her, like and she still looked beautiful, but, like, her
She
nose
did.
was all red and stuff.
I
Like, I
know.
was like, "Oh, you've been drinking the Kool-Aid."
Well, I think she was just tired of like feeling like I still don't know fucking anything and nothing is clear.
And she knew that the audience would be pissed. And you know what? Okay, so you know how there's the bonus episode now that's coming
Yes.
out? Like, I'm sure we'll just learn more of the same, which is nothing. I wonder if that's like a punishment though, because it's like Bravo must have been pissed after the reunion at Amanda and West being like, you guys showed up fucked up. You literally gave us no information. You had the nerve on a reality TV show. We pay your bills, and you're
Yeah.
saying that we have already spoken about this in the privacy of our relationship. That's not that's an answer you can give if you're not a reality TV star.
Yeah. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit.
Like Bravo pays these people's bills and it's like do it for Ciara, but if you're not, do it for your paycheck. You
Well,
need to talk when you're at the
that's what it boils down to is like that the theme and I feel like this part 3 I wrote so much about Amanda because again I'm just flabbergasted that even though you're out of it whatever you took like I feel like your main intention for this reunion should have been I need to grovel at the feet of my best friend who supported me and every in the public saw this
yeah.
throughout the entire season, like that needs to be my focus. And I just felt like that wasn't it at all. Like that was the last thing on her mind. Even some of the questions they asked, I was like, wow, you're actually pausing and not giving a straight answer. And that must have ripped Sierra's heart apart.
Well, Andy at one point didn't he like address it? He's like,
Yeah.
"So, Amanda, maybe you could like apologize, but like look at her." And what did
Yeah.
Amanda say? She was like, "And what am I addressing?"
I know. I know. And even Andy was like, is this real?
He's like your apology to her. What do you think we're apologizing for?
She was literally in
And you know
La
what?
La Land.
And you know what? The thing is, like, what Amanda has done is nothing new. Her whole defense of, like, am I the first person in the world to do it? No, you're not even close. And you're
Right.
certainly not the first person to get caught. All you had to do was show up with your tail between your legs, say sorry, mean it. Because I believe at one point she did feel really bad. But when you get caught up and it's a new boy, and she at one point probably felt really guilty and has talked herself so deep that at this point she doesn't even care.
Right.
All she had to do was say sorry, and I know she feels guilty, but she is being so torn apart that it would be natural even for her to be the one that did wrong in the situation to feel resentment towards Ciara, because the masses. So I get the anger, but this is your chance to make everything right. Ciara's never going to talk to you again. She's going to hate you forever, but she'll never
Right.
be able to say that you never gave me a proper apology. But now she
Yeah.
can because you didn't give her a proper apology. And now that was your one chance. You're probably never going to see her again. She's off doing music videos with freaking Shabuzi. Like,
Oh,
she's
I know.
done.
She was just on Love Island.
What?
Yeah.
I
The
haven't
newest episode of US.
I haven't been watching. I'm trapped in here.
I guess so, because yeah, she's on Love Island. She's living life.
She's already on right now?
Yeah, she was just on the last episode.
After was it after Sun?
No, the actual episode.
Okay, don't tell me anymore.
I'm
Oh
not.
my god, I'm
Yeah,
so excited.
literally wild. But yeah, so going back to like when they're all back and then Lindsay starts up, and this is when like I could tell she was more activated. That's when Andy was really going into Amanda being like, do you not see like what you've done? And Lindsay said, like, how did you not know what this was going to do to your friendship? And that's when Amanda gives a bullshit answer of, I wasn't fully thinking. What? But
But
she has repeatedly said she's been thinking about this. And when the feelings started up and they realized them, that's what she was doing because she didn't want to tell anyone. And she didn't want to tell Ciara because she was thinking so much about what am I going to do about this? What do you mean you weren't fully thinking? That's a lie. You're lying.
That's all you think about. This has been your life.
Literally.
It's secret. There's not a second of the day that you haven't thought about this exactly since it started. This has consumed your life. And it's like, I think Lindsay used the word short-sighted or something, and it's
Yep.
true. It's like you guys know that this is not a normal situation and that this impacts our literal jobs. The way I feed my
Literally.
daughter, it's going to
Yep.
impact it. So to say it's just like short-sighted, you didn't think it through, the real answer is you thought it through and you chose to only be concerned with yourself.
Yeah, you did not care about your friends at all.
And that's all you have to say. That's where the apology comes from. That's all you have to
That's the
say. You
thing.
fucked her.
Own up.
She doesn't have to
Yeah.
forgive you, but it's just the right thing to do, and it's gonna help clear her soul because what's going to happen is this guy is not gonna wanna stay with her, and she's going to be left feeling empty and alone, and Ciara to never have given her the apology that she deserves. Had she, 10 years from now, Ciara could be married to some hot, famous guy. Amanda could have found someone besides West, and they could have ran into each other 20 years from now and laughed it off. Ciara's
Yeah.
never gonna be at that point with her with no apology.
No,
I don't know.
never. Yeah, no, she literally incinerated the bridge and she's like laughing at the ashes at this point.
I know. I know.
It's really, really sick. And this is when they also started saying, like, well, there's literally proof that you guys, because then the emotional affair thing came up because they adamantly denied both Wes and Amanda that they were physically hooking up or anything sexual, right?
Yeah.
And then, but the weird thing was, is that Wes seemed to admit to the emotional affair, but Amanda did not kind of say, like, yes, 100%. She
They
was like,
said
"We're
said
their
something different at the
feelings."
same time.
Totally different. Yeah.
Literally,
Not
like,
on the
2
same
different
page.
I'm like, "Did you guys not, like how are you not talking about this? Like, what have you been talking about the days leading up to this reunion? Were you, like, just planning Italy and, like, acting like your life was not about to blow up?"
And did you also notice that when West was like, when he was asked, I forget, maybe it was Lindsay, maybe it was Mia, or maybe it was Andy, have you been monogamous since you and Amanda have been to whatever they are? And he was like, and obviously trying to formulate a lie, but then he states that he was only monogamous since the statement was released, which I felt like Amanda's face was kind of like, oh, wow, like I
She
didn't know
looked
that.
at him. She was looking at him like, "You said what? About what?"
Yeah.
It was yeah, in real time, we saw her being like, "Oh," and I think it was, like, the Valentine's Day flowers?
Yep. To
Like,
me, huh?
really? Because what happened was by the time they had all sat down, Andy was, like, handed the stack of cards from, like, production, and they were like, "This is big, it's meaty." But
Yep.
then to what you're saying, there was no point in Andy getting any cards because the cast was the only one asking any questions. Like, Andy could have packed it up, called it a day, said, "See you
Yeah.
later," because the cast handled the rest of the questions, and that's when they were saying, like, emotional affair or what was it? And, like, when did you guys start being more than friends? That's where this stemmed from, and West's answer was wild. He said something along the lines of, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, when she moved out of Kyle's house, she started hanging out with me and my friends, and I just love seeing her so incredibly happy, and it felt very personal and intimate to me."
Yeah. There was actually I
A treat for
Oh,
him.
that's what it was. That's what he said. Yes, a treat. And I was like, what the fuck? But if you really think about this, so if they started amping up their hangouts at that point, things were happening on Summer House while they were filming because this all happened during In the City filming, which was directly after Summer House. So this was still 2025.
And they weren't even that close in seasons before, so you're telling
No.
me that no emotional affair at the very least during Summer House,
Lie.
but as soon as it wraps up and all of, like, the, like, games start, she's going to your, like, house for games and football games and baseball games and, like
Well, and think about it. Dave Portnoy, right, during the Super Bowl, made the statement that he knew from Brianna Chicken Fry that
Mhm.
they were together. Okay. And for Dave to say that, I mean, Dave is something. I have a lot of different words to describe this
Really?
man,
I
but
love them.
I no, I do really like him, but, like, sometimes he's just a little too much, but he doesn't go on and make these videos to lie. Like, unless he, I feel,
No.
has the proof and, like, knows these people that are telling him these things, he's not gonna fucking say it. So then if you think about it, Summer House filming wrapped up end of
September.
August, right? Beginning of September. Yeah. So then that's and Super Bowl's in February. So that's 3 to 4 months in between there that people are already saying you're together at that
But
point,
that's also those few months are also when In the City is being filmed,
correct? And she's moving out,
and what's his name? I forget the guy that's dating Whitney, Kenny. Kenny
Kenny.
was interviewed on the street recently saying, like,
Yes.
"We were actually all like, as filming wrapped up, every single person on the cast suspected that they were hooking up, like
Yeah,
Amanda West."
yeah.
So, I don't know, it's getting pretty sticky. But I okay, here's my thing though with, like, West being like, "Yeah, I mean, like, it was a treat, like, she was just so happy with me and my friends, it was very special to me, all this stuff." Why was she partying with his friends? Don't his friends like, where is he from again?
Minnesota?
No, that's Luke, I think.
No, it or Ohio? No,
Something like that. Kansas
I
City.
think it
Kansas City. Yeah.
okay.
Either way, was she going down there? Like, what friends does he have in New York? What
I
friends?
know, I
Are
know.
we talking at home friends? Because that sounds very intimate to me. I have a feeling she was, like, going down to his hometown. That's
I
what
don't
I'm getting.
know, because I also you have to think about the fact that Miha was just there, right? Because she
Yeah.
went there when Ben and Jesse were there, so, like, would that be a good look for West with his parents if they were to see that Amanda's now coming down? I don't know about that one. I think it was in New York because I think West has, developed a big friend group because even before all this was happening, he would post, like, out in bars and stuff with his New York friends. So I do think
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Andy is a drug dealer, so he's pretty well established at this point if he has a drug
Drug
dealer
dealer.
too.
Dude, I don't know. It's not making sense with the New York because when the rumors originally came out, and I won't like hold on to this too long, but when the rumors came out, it was that his friends from his hometown were saying like, I mean, everybody here knows that he's been dating Amanda.
Mhm, mhm. Which is crazy because it was said that his relationship with Miha was 14 months long.
What did he say when Andy was like, was that your girlfriend? And he was like, we were in an exclusive relationship. Yes. Bailey was like, that's a
No,
girl.
no, no. He didn't say that. He said she was under the impression that we were in an exclusive relationship. So again, removing himself from it and being like, "Well, I don't know what this woman thinks is happening."
My
Like,
God,
"You
she's
son
so
of a bitch."
manipulative.
And then poor little Jesse jumps in and he's like, "When I was there at his home, I didn't know."
I felt really bad actually.
Oh, I know. He's going through a lot, yeah, behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
I think what he said, he was like, "The sanctity of this friendship feels broken." I think Loverboy needs to make another shirt that says "The real mess was Jesse" or "Jesse is a mess
100%.
too," because Carl was, like, absolutely giving, like, great energy. He's telling
He
Amanda, "What
was.
were you thinking?" He's not a mess. I've never seen the man more put together.
No,
Jesse,
he's
God bless. Jesse was
oh.
getting, like, really emotional, though. He was, like, almost doing the thing where you're, like, so upset, you're like,
Yes, yeah, it's like you're spiraling into possible panic attack because now your breathing is, like, really messed up and
I'm
you
worried
can't
about
catch it.
him. He can't
I'm
be
really worried
he
about him.
needs if Jesse, if you need to get your controlling, like, underway because you're singing, you're a singer now, and you need to get those lungs healthy, so let's keep you out of these
Yes.
dangerous situations. It's not
Yes,
good
stay
for
away from
it's
the
not
enemy.
yeah, that's and the thing is, though, I felt really bad for Jesse because it's like, I don't know how close him and West actually were outside of the show, but when they
I
had
think
both
they were very close because again, Instagram posts like that, they were out together, not filming.
and he knows, Jesse knows that he's out, that even if Amanda and Wes stay together, it's not good for Jesse, and when they break up, it's not good for Jesse. So,
Mhm.
like, Jesse is mourning, literally knowing, like, "Hey, if Summer House is coming back, there's no way that me and him will ever be on together. Summer House probably might not come back." It's like, what is he gonna do after? It's like him and KJ and stuff, it's like, if this show gets pulled, like, if it does,
Mhm.
I have no idea, but if it does,
It's not. It's getting a new season, 100%.
well, I mean, if the cast gets pulled.
Yeah.
If Jesse and KJ, people that are just, like, just starting out on this show, like, Jesse's been here for 3 years, but he's now blossoming, like, being comfortable
Mhm.
enough to show his music career and stuff, so I'd say it's his big
Right.
coming out. If they can't do all that because of this, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's literally wild. But another thing about West is like thinking about this whole timeline and everything. So if you were with Miha for like over a year and then you also were like making out with Ciara on film and then also, like, hung out with her after filming Wrapped, and then there's these other females who you've been spotted with, and it's been questioned whether you're hooking up with them too. How many women were you seeing at one time during this short, like, 6 to 8-month period, dude? You're a fucking nightmare. You're a walking red flag.
He is. No, is he need they need a new PR person. His
Ugh,
response was, this is so bad. His response was, I mean, yeah, I've lied to zillions of women. Zillions? With a Z?
fucking A.
Let's get you back to first grade. And let's not use that when you're talking like when describing the amount of females you've lied to. Let's not even put it in the
Yeah,
millions. Maybe like
literally.
maybe just say I've lied sometimes. And like
Or,
you
like, a couple girls maybe on a bad day, like, build yourself up here, like, you're digging the
millions,
hole.
zillions of
Digging that
holes.
hole.
I'm like, who says that? Who trained him for this?
Literally,
It's not
literally.
good. It's not good.
It's really not.
So Kyle, I feel like, was, like, the emotional anchor of this whole situation. He's, like, really put all matters into his own hands, and he was like, "I wanna know about the crossover. Like, I'm gonna ask these questions right now. This is my last opportunity, Wes, for you to be honest with me." Like,
And Amanda.
yeah, but he was looking at West. He wanted West to say it out loud, like, "Yeah, you fucked my wife while I was with her." "No, I didn't." Like,
Yeah.
and, it's like, no one else is pushing for the part about Kyle. Obviously so, but at the end of the day, I wanna know, and I think he deserves to know, and I
Yeah.
don't think he'll ever get the truth from them, but to be able to give them this one last opportunity, knowing they're probably gonna lie, that means when the truth comes out, because it always comes out, he's
Yep.
gonna say, "I gave you that opportunity, and this is who you are. You could prove and just tell me the truth, and I would never be able to hold anything over you again, but you lied again, and the truth will come out. It will
Oh,
come out."
100% will. And going off of that, I mean, that brings me to that video, right? That has not been able to be released because you said it could be reviewed as, revenge porn. And I
Yeah.
sent you a video, which I don't know if you listened to it, but it was of Andy, I think, on his podcast talking about this video because someone asked about it and said, why is this not something that's in this reunion? Like, there's 3 parts. This part 3 is first off 48 minutes long. Like, are you kidding me? You couldn't have done like a super long part 3. And Andy actually says, guys, we were there from, what did he say? Like 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. until, or no, like 7 a.m. until 9 p.m., he said. And he said there's so much footage that's not in this reunion, and a lot of it is about this video. So they chose to not put this into the reunion. Why? But
It's
maybe because of what you said.
revenge porn. Legally, it is
Yeah.
so
But they, not that they have to show it, but even people asking, why wouldn't you? That's a big deal.
this is Bravo's biggest cash cow, Summer House, right now.
Right.
If there was any way that they thought they would not get in trouble or they could, like, stop that from happening, they would have probably made a part 4 of the reunion just on that. The legal team 100% was like, "It's just not worth the risk. We have enough
Yeah.
without it." But who did Jennifer Lawrence say leaked the footage? Can they leak that footage?
I
I wanna hear
know.
about that. Let's leak that.
So, well, now there's a new conspiracy with that stating that Jennifer Lawrence isn't the actual leak and that they
No, she didn't.
because she's been such a super fan. I know, but there's been people coming out
No.
saying like, "Oh no, they're just like making money off that because she loves it so much." I don't know, it's
No,
weird.
she didn't leak the audio. She revealed who
No.
leaked.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that's what I mean. But now they're saying like, "No, like everyone knew Jennifer Lawrence like loved Summer House. She's been super vocal." So they were just like, "Hey, let's run with this and
Uh,
say that she was the leak." Yeah, I don't
I didn't
I
listen to that explanation as to how she found out who leaked it. Could be
I didn't
true.
either.
I would like to think it's true because I love her and I love
Me
that she
too.
loves Bravo. It's
I
amazing.
know. I know.
Let's get her on.
Oh my god.
Like she would
Seriously.
be amazing on any of these shows for like a quick 2-minute clip. She's laugh out loud
So,
funny.
I just thought of something. This would have put their ratings through the roof. They should have had like what did they do this with before? Maybe the Real Housewives when Nicki Minaj took Andy's place. They should have had either Jennifer Lawrence or better, Rihanna come and host for, like, one of the parts
I don't
because Rihanna's invested.
how would Amanda ever get through that?
She wouldn't. She would have
I
never come back after she walked off the stage.
If it was
Yeah.
Rihanna? No.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
she would have never come back.
Oh my god. That is a good
That
idea, though.
that would have been fire.
Even
Yeah.
just for yeah, just like you said, for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
Just
that
like
would make me
couple scenes. Yeah.
that would be good.
But anyways,
Anywho,
anywho,
so with
but
Kyle go ahead.
Kyle, yeah. So what I was gonna say about Kyle is it's no matter what, all the bad stuff he did, he's owned up to it. He said, I wasn't a great husband, blah, blah, blah. He definitely did deserve this, but it kills me to see him still again defending Amanda. And then also in his questioning to West, being like, what is your plan for her? Because my priority is to make sure that Amanda is treated right and she's okay. And that's like, wow. Kyle, what happened, buddy? How did we get here? Like,
He just has love for you have to understand, like, in my opinion, this isn't just a situation where there's potential cheating. It's like Kyle's like friend at that point. Like all the things that make it
yeah,
gross, you have to also add in that they're on a major reality TV show and he is in real time watching Amanda get ripped apart. Like people there's like a lot of dark things in reality TV. Like a lot of
yeah.
people after Love Island have committed suicide.
Oh,
It's like
that's
that's why they
terrible.
have, like, a whole new setup and, like, have to, like, put out statements before each season about, like, not bullying.
I
Kyle
think
is
I've heard that
watching
about
her
Giggly on Giggly.
people are, like Kyle's watching her in real life, like, off camera, losing her mind. That I think the human mind is not designed to hear what people are talking about you on a massive scale like that. There's
Mhm.
no way that we're designed to be able to handle that amount of criticism. I think he's worried about her, and there's nothing more, nothing less. I don't think he still wants her back. I think he's literally like, I I need to protect Amanda.
Right, no,
I
and
know,
that's I think maybe I came off the wrong way. I meant, like, Kyle, how did we get to this point in the sense of, like, you love her so much, like, why did you make these decisions for us to get down this path
Oh,
and
I
for
know.
Amanda to choose this? You
I
know
know.
what I mean?
You're
Because,
right.
like, the foundation is still really strong on from his
Yeah.
perspective on how much he loves her, and, like, I think if she was like, "Let's get back together and I'm done with Wes," I think he'd be like, "Okay, 100%."
I think
And that's really sad.
and what he said too, it was just, like, really sweet. I think his words were kind of left her he said, "You sort of left her on an island. I'd like to think you owe her something."
Yep.
Which gave me chills because
Yeah.
it's like he obviously does not feel that way. Lindsay, which I kind of laughed, she was like, "Is there anything you can say that will make us feel better about you not being the worst person for her to risk it all for?"
Yeah.
It's like and the truth is it's like Kyle still has love for Amanda and he sees that this is just the beginning of her new story. He sees that like this isn't even the worst of the worst for her yet because
Yeah.
she's going through this, but with West. When they break up, which will not be that long from now, she's going to be going through this alone. He won't. He has everyone in the world. If you're a guy on Bravo and you do this, you pick yourself up and you get back out there. They don't
Yep.
treat, it's not the same with the girls. It's
No,
horrible.
unfortunately, girls love the bad boys. That's always been a thing.
Yeah, it's just
You have that persona, you're good. You're gonna be on fire at some point.
well, and all the guys on Bravo are like assholes. So it's
Mhm.
like it's nothing new past the salt. Listen,
No, and
Amanda's gonna be on an island by herself. Everything that Kyle's worried about is going to happen. She right now has the power right now to change things. However, when they did the preview for the bonus episode and she's talking to Lindsay, and Amanda's like,
about Wes.
and Lindsay's like, "I kind of feel stupid." I mean, Amanda was like, "I kind of feel stupid." And Lindsay was like, "Well, you kind of should." No offense, don't give us this episode when in real time they're like in Italy, like spitting in each other's mouths. Like
Uh,
this bonus episode
exactly.
is not making up for how bad the reunion was handled. I don't
No,
want it.
we can't flip the script now. Yeah.
Like, don't, because they're right there in Italy right now. Like, I don't want to see
Eh,
well, not right now, they just
no,
got
they're
back,
back now, yeah.
but when that was put like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, this bonus episode, like, I'll take anything because I can't get enough, but, like,
Yep.
don't act like this will make up for it because you're not gonna get the only thing I care about is Kyle and West with their, like Wes said it was like a 3-hour video, like,
conversation. Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
Not that we'll
yeah.
see all that, but I'm excited to see that.
No, I know, and what a waste. Like, this shit doesn't matter. I don't care if you feel sad because you made a bad decision because West is a fuck boy. Like that's
Right.
not what I want a bonus episode about. Like this is such a joke. Like I can't even believe that's the preview that I saw.
Like, can you give us a bonus episode of, like, Ciara, like, getting ready for the music video or, like, going to
Yes.
Love Island?
Literally anything. But so Amanda, one of the questions she was asked was about again, why didn't you tell Sierra when all this speculation was coming up? And then she goes, I forget what fucking generic answer she said. It was like, I was still figuring it out and, like, exploring these feelings. Again, not one statement about, like, I had to think about how I was gonna tell my best friend who just supported me throughout the whole season. Why aren't you trying to make yourself look better to the public?
That see, that but that's the part I'm talking about. She even if you are a soulless creature, you at least want, like, public perception. It's, like, kinda how you get paid with your brand deals.
Exactly.
But they're so out of it though, that it's like they're not even and did you hear her I was actually I got really pissy, and, the only other person that I remember have said this on a reunion ever was Jax Taylor.
Mhm.
Now he's in company of Amanda and Wes because Amanda was like, "Oh, I, like, did not watch the last few episodes in your house." And Andy was like, "That's literally your job."
Wait, this didn't make sense. You're telling me, Amanda, you didn't watch this season because you were thinking about and afraid of what people were saying? Excuse me, does your TV have Instagram like connected that while you're watching an episode, you're getting public comments? Like I that doesn't make sense. What do you mean you're a fucking liar? You have to then go on your phone and look what people are saying and look at the memes. That's not happening on your fucking television while you're watching that literally drove me nuts.
And you know what too doesn't make sense about that statement is if they're filming you guys every weekend, like 3 days a week, all day, and you have tons of footage, then, like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? It doesn't make
She's
sense.
a mess. That's what it needs to be. Amanda's a mess.
Yeah.
And then they brought up Sierra brought up the Instagram posts. And again, Amanda's starting to dig her own hole and she's like, "No, that had nothing to do with anything. Those are you can look into everything." And
That's
like
exactly how she said it.
I she did. And she's like, "And I am not someone who's going to sit there for 5 minutes and like pick an Instagram song. Girl, you're lying.
Oh,
You are
we're
150%
just
that
random
girl that sits there for hours."
That is you. That is you.
I have
Literally.
goosebumps because it's like it's crazy to me that you really I don't know. You didn't
No.
prepare at all.
Well, and also, I think what she said, she was like, "I would never do that, and if I did, it was a dumb mistake."
Yeah,
So, did you not do it on purpose, or was it a dumb mistake?
right.
Like, you don't remember? You
And
don't
you're a reality TV star, you're triple checking your fucking posts because you have a TV network who's monitoring what you do in the public eye. Get
and
the fuck out of here.
the thing is, just be honest and say, "Listen, yeah, we were getting off, like, doing this behind everybody's backs, like, dropping a little Easter eggs on like, we know that it's gross, but it was just, like, fun, and we felt alive, and we're losers for it, and we're
Yep.
here to, dig ourselves and bury ourselves. This would all be over." No one do you know what? We probably wouldn't even really be caring to even talk about this right now if they
Oh, I
just got on their
know.
knees and said sorry, like, the reunion would have just been like, "Okay, well, that's the natural conclusion of how these things typically go. You do something bad,
Right.
apologize, and the person accepts it, or they don't, and then there's nowhere to go from there. They just gave us,
Right.
like, a fucking, like, 3 more weeks of shit talking.
Yeah, they gave us a fucking Thanksgiving feast when we thought it was gonna be like a takeout order packed up and
Yes.
toss it away. Like, what the fuck? And then she doubles down and says, "Well, I have a lot to think about. And, I think I'm really just going to spend time like with myself and just thinking about me." Bitch, you're lying. You have your trip already planned to Italy after this reunion
Right.
taping. What do you mean? You're not thinking about yourself.
I know. I know. She's not. She's not.
Oh, jeez, Louise, I
Oh
just
my
can't.
gosh. Wait, how I was, like, literally, like, my head just, like, went in my hands when I heard Kyle, like, talking to West. I'm, like, backtracking a little bit, but this really, like, I
Yeah.
was like, "What?" When he's like, "You know, I just, like, am trying to figure out, like, the overlap, like, for an example, you know, as you guys, like, Amanda West, you guys are getting closer, I'm, like, unaware that this is even happening, texting West personal details about our sex life while you're having dinner with him." I was like, "Do you know
In
how
Miami
embarrassing?"
talking about our sex life.
And then Jesse goes, That's the meal I wasn't invited to."
Yeah, and West is like, "We had dinner plans the next night. Yeah, 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 I should
Yeah,
have
like it
texted
was
you."
just a coincidence. And Jesse was like,
Fucking
"No, it's not. Jesse's there, and I think you sent it to me. Somebody sent it to me. He like
yeah,
just
the timeline.
because he never got to show it. And his timeline was wait, what was the funny thing on the timeline? It was like they went out to dinner, period, without me, period,
Yeah.
or something. I don't remember. It was something so funny.
It was like a day by day too, which I loved. He's like, "I texted West. He told me to not think about it. I
Yeah,
texted Amanda. She denied."
I fucking love him.
I do. And so Jesse, we kind of figured out we're kind of jumping all over, but I feel like that's what you have to do with this disaster of a reunion. But
Yeah.
we find out why he's actually this emotional. And of course, Carl, my guy, has to be like, "Oh, oh, I'll take care. I'll let them all know." You know, Jesse's friend has been hooking up with his ex for months. And I liked how Ciara jumped in and said, "and lying about it," just to like give a little jab. And I was like, yes, yes.
It's so
But
good.
poor Jesse.
I know. Yeah, he got the short end of the stick with this one.
He did, but he just I just saw on Instagram he's got a new song out. So you know what? He's keeping it pushing, you know. He's pushing through. But the
Oh,
poor thing.
the one that he's like, "This seems like a really good summer jam,"
Yeah.
or whatever. I didn't listen to it.
Yes. I think it's like I forget what it's called. The titles of the songs are just like too much for me. I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta
it
push
was
that out of my
well, it
brain.
was a weird title. I thought it was
It
kinda
was.
cool. No, I forget. Okay, so now we're like inching towards the end when Sierra is just kind of like letting everything out. She's finally like talking to Amanda, or Amanda's finally like talking to her, looking at her. We're like kind of getting somewhere. The last 7 minutes, we started getting somewhere. And Andy was like, "All right, well, let's wrap this up." I'm like, Amanda's finally like coming down from whatever she's allegedly on.
Yeah. It's starting to wear off.
But Sierra said, you know, the last episode was by far the hardest for me to watch. We had such a good summer and it felt like there was going to be a giant pivot. So, like, to me, though, that's indicating that they knew that at the end of the season, like, it might be done. We've done this 10 times. We've had a final episode of each season 10 times, and we've never had something that feels like a farewell or like a graduation. Like, that's
Right.
weird. So she says it was like hard seeing everybody saying goodbye and her like hugging and embracing Amanda in that moment. Like Sierra
Which
protected
is
the girl. She gave her advice. She gave her confidence. She cried literal tears for Amanda to find her person. And she is still the one that got screwed.
I
This is a
know.
perfect example of life is just not fair and it sucks and it's just the way it works.
Right, and is this when she then got amped up again and was like, "Well, Amanda, you know what? He's with you to spite me, so have fun."
Ah,
But did you notice after Sierra said that, they showed Wes's face and this gave me actual chills and made me terrified for Amanda. He fucking smirked. Like you have to rewatch it
my
because
God.
he has this little evil smile that comes on after Sierra says that to her and I'm like, "My god, you're an actual literal
He's a
psychopath."
psychopath. He is a
Oh,
psychopath. Yeah. No, it's bad. He's
yeah, it's oh my god.
He's I do have a
But
question.
yeah.
You go ahead.
Oh, so I was just gonna talk about Ben really quick because he was staying very, very quiet this whole time, and I feel like it's because he wants to stay under the radar because he was hiding the fact that him and Sabrina were actually in a full-blown relationship
Yeah,
for a while throughout
okay.
filming, but I also feel like and I wanna know if you feel the same, that he knows way more than he's saying because you went to, West's home with him, and you were with him when Miha was there, and you guys were all down there. So why are you not speaking up, honey bunny?
And he was, like, specifically not speaking up, like, his lips were, like,
Yeah.
pressed together, like, he did not want to be asked, like, when the picture came up of, like, them, like, Ben, Jesse, like, with Miha, it's like,
Yep.
you could see, like, Ben straighten out his fucking seat, like, he was like, "Do not call
Yes.
on me, like, I do not wanna talk about this," and it's like, yeah, you all just shared little fake stories, like, "Oh, I'm dating this girl Sabrina. Oh, I'm, like, dating, like, Mia, like, we're not gonna talk about it, we're not allowed to talk about," like, Ben is I don't know, I okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but I think I do need another season with Ben because I am more confused than I was to start with him.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
well, only if Sabrina's gonna be on because he I think the best way to know somebody like Ben is because he's so good at, like, acting like he's calm and normal,
He can present himself very, very well.
but it seems like, woman, especially like someone like Bailey or Sabrina that might be more outspoken, really helps the mask slip off. And
Mhm.
season 2 is mostly when we see the masks slip off. So as much as I don't want to give him more airtime because I really don't like how he speaks to my girl Bailey Bay, I need to see what's going on there because it's weird. He's weird.
Yeah.
Something
He's very, very weird. And going back to that picture that you mentioned, that this is just I'm absolutely outraged that Bravo fucked this up, but that picture said April 14th or whatever, 2026, which is absolutely not true, and it was October 2025, which is wild. How do you mess that up? Like they're so big on timelines. How do you do that?
probably up, yeah. I don't know how
But
you
also, again, in part 3, KJ and Dara were holding hands the entire time. They're 100% together. And I also, just kind of following up on the last episode that we just had, we said we were going to look further into this. Like, when did he have 2 hospitalizations? Did he not?
yeah.
The only thing I did confirm was that his hospitalization that he's been referring to on this reunion was in the fall of 2025, like you said, after they wrapped filming. So again, how does this breakup happen now in June 2026? It still doesn't make sense. Did you get hospitalized again and that's why you guys recently broke up? Or were you truly pretending on this reunion? I don't get it.
Or
Because filming ends what? September, we said? And then the reunion was filmed April 17th or something, 2026? I don't get it.
Me neither. And this is just the only thing that I could can't come up with that possibly resembles making any sort of sense. Maybe they broke up in September, like in the fall of 2025, and
Mhm.
they broke up and then they ended up getting back together. Didn't want to talk about it at the reunion because it's like, why would we tell people that we like broke up and stuff like that? And then after the reunion, things got a little bit rocky again, and he just kind of, like, said his truth. That's the only thing that could possibly make sense. I don't know.
Who I'd like to hear from is
Mia?
because she's allegedly, yeah, the one that told Dara you need to
Yeah.
break up with
Right,
him.
right, right, right.
So tell us the tea. Like Rihanna, please, if you ever listen to our podcast, talk to Mia and get a video out
Yeah.
there of what's going on with KJ and Dara because this is so interesting. And last thing about Dara, I wonder if this is some of the filming that they didn't air in the reunion, but why didn't they let or why didn't Andy ask more from Dara about when West and her were hooking up? Like I feel like she said her little piece last part 2, but we could have heard so much more. There's so much more.
I need to know the front to back of what happened. I need to know, did he hit on you? How long did it take for you guys to get intimate? When was the first time you realized he was seeing other girls? I want to know any parallels between you and Amanda, you and Ciara. I want to know it front to back. And
Yeah.
she seems like a nice girl, and I actually like her a lot more after she put West down. But
Yeah.
she does seem like a little bit fame hungry. So you would think she'd like be coming out with podcasts of her own, like telling everybody. So maybe she's
I
not
know.
shallow like that because certainly why wouldn't she do that?
Right. And I do wonder though, do you think maybe she's trying not to like monetize out of like being a guest on this show because she's there with KJ now and her focus was KJ and then he's like talking about his mental health so maybe she feels kind of like weird about being like hey, I can't really play too much off
Oh
this cuz like
yeah.
my boyfriend was struggling and like I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like, yeah, KJ was her connection. So now that she's not with KJ, that would ruin her chances of ever getting back with him, meaning she would never get back on the show, right?
Exactly.
If that's the one
Exactly.
she cares about. Who knows? She could be a
Yeah,
lovely person. I'm really all confused about her after she, like, talks shit about Wes. Now I'm like, "Crap, do I really like you?" So we need to hear the truth from Mia because
we do.
I need to know if Dara's a monster or not because I would like to like her if she's not. Okay?
Yeah, yeah. And
You
just
really
another
got me.
season,
She really
we'll
got me.
figure it out.
Alright,
Yeah.
I have a final question for you.
Wait a minute. Before you say that, we did not touch upon the fact that in between when they took their pee break, the only pee break they took on this part 3, Amanda goes up to Kyle and hugs him. Like I think West is rubbing off on her. And like, I saw this online. Someone posted this was not original, but this was spot on. That is so fucking manipulative because this man is like saying like I want the best for you, asking this guy you're dating now while you're still married, like are you going to treat her right? What's your plan? And you're going to hug him for an extended period of time. And West was like squirming in his seat.
It was uncomfortable. It
That's
was
so fucked up.
poor Kyle. I can't believe I just said that, but yeah, poor Kyle.
Oh, I know. Because she's again, she chose to make herself look like a monster. Sorry.
Well, she was the thing, she did it to herself, but the fallout's really bad. Those pictures are gonna follow her for the rest of her life.
Oh my God.
I just feel so bad.
Even her speech was like slurring. It was bad.
Yeah, it's not like that's a little too dark for me for with
Yeah.
reality TV. Like I don't feel good about that. But okay, what I was gonna ask you is like so like as and this ties into the entire like theme of them just like not caring and like not even being mentally there. Andy, thank God, asked like, "Are you on beta blockers?" Which I'm assuming he is aware that they weren't beta blockers, but you probably can't ask someone national TV, like, "Hey, are you currently, like, high on Xanax or something?" I don't know.
Right. Like a leading question. You don't want to do that as a host. Yeah.
Yes, I'm assuming, but I would just curious if you can shed, like, literally any light on beta blockers and if they cut out raw emotion. Like, can you explain this to me at the very least? Because 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
confused.
no. This was I really wish he had just said, "Are you on something?" Because beta blockers is now like a buzzword out there and like everyone's thinking that. And I think there's so much misinformation because I've also seen Andy reposts another fan saying like 100% this is beta blockers. No, this is not beta blockers. Beta blockers, literally the way that they work with our cardiovascular system that has nothing to do with our central nervous system, which is where you would see like emotional blunting, having no emotions, no affect. This is where you would see, slurred speech, sedation, all the things like that. Beta blockers literally work with our stress hormones of that work with the heart. So that's adrenaline and noradrenaline. So that's what regulates like shakiness. If you feel super like I'll call it with my patients internal restlessness, your heart feels like it's pumping out of your chest. You're sweating, like you're literally like fight or flight. We've
Right.
talked about that before. This is not the presentation someone with a beta block. Like beta blockers came into psychiatry because people needed them for public speaking events. Someone who's going to stand in a stadium and make a speech is not going to be fucked out of their mind and have no emotion. Like they're going to fail.
Then that's literally the opposite of what they do then.
So
'Cause he can't
benzos,
speak, so obviously
exactly. So benzos, you are sedated on them. You have slowed reactions, slowed responses, impaired coordination, memory loss at times. That's what was happening.
that's literally you just described what was happening. That's
100%.
what
And
happened here.
and and the speech, the slurred speech,
That that
super common.
that was real.
I will bet you $1,000,000 they took like a 2 milligram Xanax bar, both of them.
You think
Both of
so?
them. West is a bigger guy, so he can handle it a little bit more. He was still not well, but even the facial expressions he was making, I'm like, what is happening?
I know.
Yeah, it wasn't beta blockers. So Andy, you gotta clear that up, please.
And
Because
and Wes, you idiot, you don't ever admit to anything. He did. He was like, "Yeah, I took a beta blocker before filming to help manage my stress, and I just really wanted to
yeah,
remain composed." Why would you wanna remain composed? Why? Why would you ever do
because
that? What are we talking
exactly. You know what? I'll even double down on this. Do you think Hannah Berner would ever fucking take a beta blocker if she thought it was going
about?
to impact her speech, her ability to be funny, her ability to show emotion,
Oh my
or
god.
even like before a tennis match, people take beta blockers? they're not fucking taking them and then they're totally out of it. Like, they have to be fucking on point. That's
That
like
is such a
literally
good point.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. I mean,
And
that's
Hannah Berta doesn't even smoke weed because she doesn't like feeling out of control.
yeah.
So you damn sure she ain't taking no beta blockers if this is what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh my god, such a good point. Mystery solved.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little upset with Andy about this, so we'll have to.
Well, you know what? We have next week to be able to really tie this up in a pretty bow. And then after next week, I don't want to hear Summer House
I
for a
know.
while. Okay, well,
Yep.
we'll have to switch gears with
But allegedly, the house is being sold or rented out, like we talked about. So that's definitely been confirmed repeatedly. And what I have heard, and this is allegedly, that they have gotten a house in Sag Harbor, which is still in the Hamptons. And that one thing I have confirmed across a couple different accounts is that West is not being asked to come back.
he actually just did an interview like yesterday
Okay.
saying something about the fact that it's like he doesn't think like he wants to come back or something. I'm like, you
Way to
mean
spin
they
it.
didn't ask you back?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
honestly, just even if like and I'm assuming they wouldn't want to come back because only a crazy person would want to do that to themselves. But it's like, even if it was your choice, take a year off. It will do so much for your
Exactly.
reputation to take a year off unseen. Lock yourself in your house. Do not see anyone. Do not go to West Village bars. Don't do any of that bullshit. Let a year
Yep.
pass, go back, and life will be so much better for you, dude.
100%. And in real time right now, just a little tidbit, I just think it's super interesting that people are jumping on Kyle now quite a bit and saying that he's like, because he's going wild right now. Like, he's DJing everywhere. He's making out with
Making
all
out
his
with
fans.
all the girls.
He's going to see Sally and her family and make it out. And it's been confirmed that they're dating actually now, which Sally, dum dum, dum dum. Kyle is on a revenge tour at this point. He just went through total emotional turmoil in a 10-year relationship.
Yeah.
He's going to fuck every woman who's going to put themselves out there and throw themselves on him. What are we doing, honey bunny?
She will do anything to be on TV, I think.
Stay
Although
relevant.
although
Yeah.
she was on I forget whose podcast it was, maybe it was Nick Files, I can't remember,
Mhm.
and I actually really enjoyed her talking, like, not on the show. I think she's, like, very like, she's actually smart, she's, like, in the, like, medical
Oh, yeah,
field
she
or
is.
something.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she bought her own house, like, she doesn't get enough credit. I think that her being so boy crazy, I think that's real, I don't think that's editing, I think that's who she is,
No,
but
that's who she is.
they're, like, emphasizing on that way too much because it's like, I some of my closest friends are very similar to that, and
Mhm. Mhm.
but it only comes out sometimes, right?
Yeah, in the right environment.
But that's the thing with Sally, it happens all of the time
Yeah.
because she's
No,
being
she's a
filmed,
mess.
and that's what they're so I don't think she's as bad as, like, people think that she is what I'm saying, like, Kyle might actually like her.
And I hope so, but again, I don't think Kyle's
I
in the
didn't wanna
headspace
date
to be
her.
dating anyone. I know. I feel like he's just being nice because this girl has been like blatantly like told like I don't like you by Craig on national TV on Southern Charm. So like that's super embarrassing. So
Sad.
but I also think that people need to chill the fuck out and Kyle can go and kiss whoever the fuck he wants and have sex with whoever the fuck he wants because his one of his best friends and his wife were just like getting together behind his back, like right under his nose.
And he's,
Like,
like,
leave
just
him
grabbing
alone.
random fans' face. He's like, "Can I kiss you right now?" I'm like,
I know, he's so off the rails.
I think Jesse commented and he was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
Yeah. No, 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 he said, "What the helly?"
Yes, yes, yes.
It's literally so
Oh.
funny. But also in the city is we have not touched upon that, but I feel like last episode was not a big deal, and even this episode, really nothing has been happening. So at some point, we'll kinda dive into that once this bonus episode is over and,
We'll be able
it
to
doesn't take
pour into
us
that and be a little
yeah.
picky, and then we can certainly cover the Rhode Island reunion.
Yes, I can't wait for that. Oh my god.
Maybe we could, like, film somewhere, like, in Rhode Island, cute.
That would be really a great idea. We just have to figure that out.
We'll talk about
And I
that.
don't know if that's like a big deal with public facilities and like whether you have to ask or not, unless it's like an outdoor area or something. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll look into it because I think we could figure something out. Get a
Yeah.
hotel there for a night or something.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be
Research trip.
amazing. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So all this bullshit that happened, I really can't wait to see what happens in this bonus episode. But Yeah, so we'll see you guys in a week.
We'll see you in a week, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.